Welcome to the Top Listing Agent Show, the place to be to stay on the cutting edge of what it takes to sell more homes in less time. Each week, your host, Chadi Bazzi, will share with you the best skill sets, systems, and strategies so you can become a top listing agent. And now, let the show begin.
Guess what, Rod?
We're live.
We're live on Facebook. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. So now I need a way to monitor if anybody's got any questions or anything like that for us. So you probably get the notifications on your phone if anyone has any questions or anything like that. All right. So Mr. Raad, welcome.
Thank you, Chadi. Thanks. This is unexpected, but very much welcome. So much.
Yeah. That's the beauty about it. We didn't plan it. I was just sending you a text message or you responded to a message. I was like, you there or whatever. And
whenever you call, I'm there, man. Whenever you call, I'm ready for you.
Love it. I want to begin by just saying that, being in the industry that I'm in being a public figure, and not to be egotistical or anything like that, but there's people that would call themselves that they are like a fan of Chadi. You know what I mean? And I just want to say that I am a fan of Raad. I kid you not. I'm a fan of Raad. Okay, I really am, because who you are is just someone that, like, to me, you inspire me. Okay, and I wanted to share you with our top listing agent community because you inspire a lot of people that you have no idea you're inspiring. Okay, because people don't just reach out to you and say to you, hey, you've inspired me, or just love watching what you're doing, etc. But they talk amongst themselves about it. And your name comes up like at least a couple of times a week within my community. People like, did you see what Raad is doing? Or, etc. kind of thing. So I just want to say, man, I love watching, your journey. You've come a long way. Very proud of you. And yes, I am a fan of yours. So
can I be full disclosure here?
Yeah.
Okay. So about this year last time, remember you told me to get out of my head?
Yes.
So if you guys are following Chadi, great for you. You're doing the right thing. You should probably get more people to do that because Chadi is the one I reached out to about a year and a half, maybe about a year and a half now, and got started right away with NLP and some objection handlers. And that just, ever since you told me, I think it was last October, to get out of my own head, it took off. Because it's like, Raad, you know this, you know that, all that stuff. Just go. Don't analyze things. Don't be over analytical. Just do what you already know.
Right. So, I remember that conversation clearly because at that time, it wasn't like the prettiest time, of your life, in your career, personally, financially, etc. We were talking about like you were down to like, how do I freaking damn pay my bills?
$3.16 in my account.
How much was it?
$3.16.
Okay, so 1 year ago it was 316. Okay. So can you just bring us up to speed just so we have an idea of like, what have you done in the last year? And then we can talk about how you did it. So
in the last year, I've helped 33 families.
Yeah.
Okay. Either buy or sell a home.
Good.
Okay, that's the professional side of it. The personal side of it is just really come a lot closer with my wife.
Good.
We've lived apart for a few years because, her in-laws, or my in-laws, her parents were sick and she needed to go back. So now we're coming real close to coming back together again.
Good.
Really me taking over as far as all the financial obligations, and we took our first ever trip to the first ever trip ever in 10 years. So if you want to know how things are going from a professional standpoint and a personal standpoint, a lot better than they were in 2017.
Okay. Yeah. So now let me ask you another question. Okay. So you don't gotta give exact numbers, etc. But here's the question: the income that you're making this year, okay, whatever you're on track for this year, have you ever made that kind of money before in 1 year?
I appreciate the question, and the answer is no. I'm 50 years old, and I've never made over six figures until this year.
Wow.
Never.
Congratulations, bro.
I
Congratulations.
really thank you.
No, I thank you, bro. You're the leader. You're doing it for everybody.
You're the first one, and you just told me to get off my you-know-what and get out of my head, and I just ran forward. And you know what? Failing ain't so bad. I mean, it's you learn that just get yourself in front of people. Get yourself in front of more people, and it's a numbers game.
Yeah. But in order for you to do that, first you got to get out of your head.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's talk about that real quickly. So there was one thing that we talked about a year ago, and I said, Rod, in order for you to control everything, there's one thing you got to do every single day. Do you remember what that one thing is that you got to do every single day?
Well, I mean, I have to believe in what I'm doing. I have to practice. I have to track my numbers. I'm not sure if it was journaling.
Well, you tell me. I mean, what is, Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so look, everybody here in the group like pretty much knows who you are because you're the most consistent guy in this group. There's one thing that you do each and every single day in this group.
NLP.
No. That's the other group. Okay, so there's two things. We'll talk about the two things. But in this group, there's something you post in this group every single day for the last 1 year.
Journaling.
Okay.
So that's the one. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually been almost 1 year. So this is almost 1 year ago, September 23rd. And this is a 200-page folder. I'm on my second. Okay. And this is 2018.
Yeah.
All right. So journaling has been the one thing that's changed my life personally and professionally.
Okay. So you missed how many days in the last 1 year? Since September 23rd, how many days of journaling did you miss?
Zero.
Okay. So that right there is what I like to call, commitment. Because when you're committed, what do? You follow through, right? Okay. Right. But there's something else I like to call that, and that's discipline. Mm-hmm. Okay. You've disciplined yourself to do this activity every single day. Now, you and I also share another, mutual mentor, and he always said the same exact thing to us. He said, discipline equals freedom.
Right.
Okay. So I'm not saying that you have all the freedom in the world right now, but you have more freedom than you did before.
Well, here's the thing. Look, you always ring in my ears with that, do all the hard work once.
Yes.
And you got to do it, man. You got to come in when it's 30 below and there's 6 feet of snow outside. You have to come in when it's pitch dark in the hallway and walk to your office and just don't turn the lights on and just hunker down. Those are the moments that make you. Those are the moments there when nobody else is here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, you have to do the things that suck sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of times. But in order for, what are those, I mean, our favorite mentors like Jim Rohn, if you want things to change, you have to change.
Yep.
And it's like you said, do all the hard work once and the rest of your life will be easy.
Yeah. So, Rod, do you ever wake up in the morning and say, I don't feel like journaling today? Did you ever encounter that? No.
I mean, I do it on Christmas Eve, Easter, Sunday, Saturdays. No, that comes first. Even if I have something going on earlier in the morning, I'll wake up a half hour earlier.
Okay.
Do it.
So basically you have this at least mental relationship with you doing the journaling every single day. Talk about that. Like, what is the, mental neuro association about you journaling every single day? Why do you do it every single day?
Okay. Number one, I had to change the way I looked at things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so journaling, I start off with the one happiness the last 24 hours. Okay. Mostly it's family, wife. Those are the things. And then I get into the 10 gratitudes, but it's up like to 20 or 30 right now. So what gratitude does, that's like the major thing for me. It makes me more aware of everything. Grateful for good experiences, grateful for bad experiences, because you know what? You can learn from both. So when I change the way I look at things, the things I look at change.
Wow.
Okay? And that's a Wayne Dyer quote. Dr.
Yes.
Wayne Dyer, Michigan guy, passed away some years ago. But I subscribe to, Chadi, Wayne Dyer, Jim Rohn, These are all my top philosophers. But I buy into this because it's true. Ain't nothing's going to change for you unless you change you. You can't wait for stuff to come to you. You have to go get the boat. People want to wait. They want to wait for the house. No, go tell me what house you want. I'll knock on the door. Tell me what type of house you want. I'll go knock on the door. You can't wait. You're going to lose all the time, whether it's you or your client.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you, brother. So listen, so I see you doing a lot of things right now that you were never doing before. Can you share with us like a couple of things that you've begun to do outside of the journaling that has helped you generate new business?
Sure. Social media has been huge. So I was basically a secret agent my first year. That didn't work out too well. And then I said to myself, Rod, you idiot, you did television for 8 years. Okay. Communication in marketing is your superpower. And so I started doing more live Facebooks. Now I'm doing more live Instas. And I'm doing more videos in general. So that's keeping me top of mind. And that's one thing you always said, got to stay top of mind, got to stay top of mind. And you know what? For those who say they're bashful, they're shy, you got to get over yourself because there's 2.1 billion people on Facebook. So do you want to be on Facebook? Probably.
Absolutely. So you're making a ton of videos, and so that's helping you get business. So
yes.
Let me ask you, is it helping you get business in terms of people seeing you on Facebook and then calling you and giving you the business? Or do you use that as a strategy in your listing presentation to where you say, hey, why don't you just look me up online and see who I am kind of thing? Or both?
I think number one thing, what sellers are looking for most is exposure, is maximum exposure. So that's part of my intense marketing plan. Is the social part, is the online part, is also all the 60-point plan in general. But yeah, it is where and also database. That's the one thing you got me started on. Remember Raad?
Yeah, Z helped you out with that. That's right.
And I was doing nothing with them. So it's a combination, different lead gen. So database, sphere of influence. I do text, I do call every day. I make sure I plan ahead who I'm going to call the next day. I mean, I'm going to show you this. But so these are my to-do list look like. They're kind of, this one's from yesterday, but you can see it's like I live by the hour.
Yeah.
I live by the hour, not by the day. So that's how I stay on task.
Awesome. Okay, so you got the to-do list. Okay, yeah. and you follow the to-do list. And now on that to-do list, do you have like go live, or does that something that comes on sporadically and you just go on live, etc.?
I try to do, no, that's a very good question. And what I do need to put in place is a marketing calendar. So you're correct. That's one thing I'm working on right now. I'm working on 2019, my business plan for 2019 already,
okay,
but
good.
Also last 3 months. So I have to break that out and say, okay, this is what I need to do this month, today. I try to go live at least 3 times a week and at least 1 video a day.
Okay.
Okay. Although that hasn't been consistent. It's usually 5 videos a week and 1 or 2 lives a week. Okay. Sometimes it's, and what I'm going to start to do more of is the community stuff, not just real estate.
Yeah.
Let's be the digital mayor of your town.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Require, Chadi, but what? Your phone, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Go talk to the school principal, see what's up. Hey, what's going on here? And you know how many times that's going to get shared? 100 million.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So basically what we've heard here so far today is, you were able to create a huge transformation for yourself, mentally and, business professionally and personally, et cetera. Number one is obviously you definitely got your mind right.
Right.
Okay. So journaling has helped you out with that every single day. And then the second thing now you're talking about is, your database and lead generation. Okay. So you got that right. Right?
Right.
Okay. Now there's a third thing, okay, that you and I worked on for a long time. And you like literally have been the most consistent guy ever to enter my NLP training. Okay. To where, the program finished in December. And then Raad is still going in the program and doing the work every single day. So that's another freaking damn year of writing sentences every single day, running scenarios before they come up. how do I talk to a for sale by owner? How do I talk to an expired? How do I talk to a seller? How do I talk to an agent? How do I talk to a buyer, etc.? So you've been working on your skill set every single day for the last 1 year as well too. Do you have more confidence?
Absolutely. I think it goes from writing. When it goes from writing to video, it's a whole other story. I mean, I'll do some of these like verbal pacing and leading where you stick us with a 5 or 6 week into the course. It's like some of these things are long. So I'll try to draw something in my head, but I'll come to the point where I'll tape 6 or 7 of them just so that I can nail it and not look down.
Yeah.
So I want to do it that many times or I don't have to look at anything. Okay. That's important. Not just to write it down. Anyone can write it down. But when you're in front of somebody, you can't write it down. You have to speak with them. You know,
it has to come out right away.
Days you want to make the most money at the closing table. Am I right?
You're absolutely right.
Yes. All right. Let's do the right thing. Let's get together today at 4 or today at 4:30.
Perfect. Okay. So we just got together and, you know, we're sitting down on a dining table, you know, and I say to you, hey, Rod, let me ask you a question. Why should I list my home with you?
That's a great question. All right. And I'm going to show you why you're going to list your home with me. After you get done, without a shadow of a doubt, if you get done looking at my intense marketing plan of action, you're going to want to hire me to get top dollar for your home. Okay. Exposure is the price we come to, and motivation is the most important thing. All right. So let me ask you something, Mr. Seller. How many buyers do you want coming to the house? One or many buyers?
You know, I just want the right one.
Excellent. I want the right one for you too, because that's what this is all about, your bottom line.
Right.
So when we put your home on the market, actually before I even leave your house, I'm going to cut a short video and pre-market the house. Because you remember before the iPhone came out, right?
Yeah.
It was all hype. It was all pre-marketing. And when the iPhone first store opened, there was a line out the door. So
absolutely.
Coach with your home. Why? We want to create a lot of buzz. Why? The more buyers we get for your home, what do you think that does to the average, the price of your home? What is that going to do for the price of your home?
I think that will give us more offers.
What's that going to do to the price of the home? Not only more,
I'll bring it up.
Absolutely. And do you want more money?
Of course.
Awesome. Let's get right to work.
Let's do it, brother. Awesome. Good job, Rod. Awesome. Okay, so look, how much time do you have? I don't want to keep you up all day. I just want to bring you on and share you with the world for a little bit. How much?
I'm good.
Okay, good. So let's have a little bit of fun.
All
okay.
Right.
So let's do a little bit of pitch for me. How do you like that? Shameless plug. NLP. What has NLP done for you?
NLP has helped my confidence tenfold because, you know, you basically, you want them to give you objections.
Yeah.
You're dying them so you can slice them up mentally.
So it's like you look forward to the objections. You're not afraid of them.
Oh yeah. And absolutely. I mean, it's the friend one, it's the commission one. It's the, you know, I have a friend in the business, commission, or we're going to take it off the market for a while. And I mean, it's everything you can imagine. The biggest thing with NLP is agreement language patterns. That's the biggest thing you put in my head. It's like, agree with them. I understand. I appreciate what you're saying. And what I hear you saying is X, Y, and Z. Am I right?
That's right.
And you just, you know, you build that, as you said, NLP is all about, it's on the basis of it is all about rapport.
Yep.
Because, you know, you're not going to have anything in common right away.
Yep.
But when you start agreeing with somebody, it's like, wow, it's my best friend.
Yep.
So that's the one thing that it's done for me. It's given me more confidence and really helped me close more business.
Good. So you've made more money as a result. Have you at least 10x your investment?
What's that?
Have you at least 10x the investment?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So
I would say 20x at least.
20x your investment at least.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So if anybody wants to close more sales in less time, the next Real Estate NLP Academy starts in January. We have early bird pricing going on right now. Just go to realestateenlp.com and check it out. Okay. Now, Rod.
Nice stuff. I think it's a no-brainer. If you don't do NLP, you just don't. Look, what you say matters, right? Okay, that's the bottom line. How you say it, your body language, that's another thing. So if you're not doing NLP, and if they're not taking that class with you, they're losing money, guaranteed.
Absolutely. All right. So Rod, look, you are definitely a true inspiration. And, you know, I always tell, like, you know, a lot of my clients and listings on demand, I always tell them, you probably get like a lot of friend requests from agents that I send your way. I say, look, What do I want you to do? I just want you to watch Raad and do what Raad is doing. Okay? So, love everything.
Tell them to do video.
That's what I tell them to do is freaking
do the video and get over the part. And they've got to be on Facebook. They've got to be on social because that's where the sellers and buyers are. I mean, they're not coming to the offices anymore and looking up booklets and saying, hey, what homes are for sale? That stuff is like 100 years ago.
Exactly.
Be out there. Be doing your thing.
Be out there. Be everywhere. Omnipresence is what it's all about. All right. So, Raad, let's just free flow. Okay. If there's an agent out there right now that's stuck, okay, and they're having a hard time seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and they're just like lost, hopeless, confused, but really want to make this business work, what are 2 or 3 things you'd tell that person to start doing immediately to turn things around?
I think number 1 is to figure out your why. I think number 1. You start with your why. Mm-hmm. My why is my wife and nobody else. I think you write a commitment letter.
Yeah.
And so the commitment letter is going to say, this is where I'm going to be in 1 year. Not this is where I think I'm going to be. You start with your why. What's the reason you're doing this? Because if it's just about the money, you're going to fizzle real fast. Okay. Yeah. Figure out your why. Write a commitment letter 1 year from now, a letter to yourself, okay? And start planning every month, okay? Live by the quarter. How many transactions are you gonna do? How many do you close per showing? If you go on 20 showings, are you closing 1? Okay, so how many phone calls is that? You really have to track your numbers. So your why, right?
So number 1 is connect with your why. Number 2, track the numbers.
I would say, yeah, track the numbers definitely and figure out your plan. What do you want to do? Like, how many transactions do you want to do? How many appointments does that equate to? How many phone calls does that equate to? Okay. And then re-engineer everything from there. Okay. What do I need to do to land these phone calls? What do I need to do to land these listings? So figure out your why, then figure out your master plan for the next 12 months and map it out. And then everything falls into place. Now,
yes,
you may not make $325,000 this year, but if you make half or just over, you're laughing all the way to the bank, aren't you?
That's right.
This year you made $42,000. So that's with a plan, but that's the thing that keeps you on track. I mean, like I said, it's just for me, it's just planning.
Yeah.
It's no magic bullet. You just do, like you said, you do the hard work once.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Perfect. Okay. So we said 1 is connect with your why. 2, create the plan and track the numbers and just freaking do the work each and every single day, and the results will come.
Do the thing that gives you power, right?
Awesome. Do the thing that gives you power. Okay. Do you have a book that you would recommend? I know you've read a lot of books in the last year. Any one book you would recommend?
I think mindset is one.
Not a good time to freeze up.
Okay, sorry.
You're back.
So I would say either abundance or mindset.
Wow. Okay, either the book called Abundance or the book called Mindset.
That I read, Think and Grow Rich. That's another one.
Good. That's a good one.
The Secret, the 4 Disciplines of Execution.
That's a good one.
There was another one that I read that I'm trying to just give me a second here.
Why you got to be so organized?
Yeah. Another one that I've read 12 books so far this year. So I'm on Crushing It. That's the one I have.
That's a good one with Gary Vaynerchuk. That's a good one.
Yeah. But like I said, personal goals. What are your goals for the quarter? I think, but yeah, the book, I would say either mindset or abundance.
Okay. Very good. Awesome. Okay. And ask me some questions. Do you have any questions for me?
I do. My question to you is, your story is amazing. Because you basically left the Detroit area and went out to a totally different market. Mm-hmm. And, partially left your family. or your
That's
son.
right. My son, I left my son, he was 2 years old, left him with his grandparents.
Yeah. And you put yourself, I mean, mentally, how did you do that? Because you obviously you've had great success for what, 20 plus years now. So
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, way back then, okay, let me talk about this real quickly. Way back then, we're talking about like the 20 years ago when I like literally made the commitment to change my life and stuff like that. I was probably working approximately 80 hours a week, maybe 90, maybe 100 hours a week. Right now, I probably work on average of a maximum of 12 to 15 hours a week. Now, obviously, the income is, completely different, lifestyle completely different, et cetera. But how it all began way back then when I had to connect, this is where we go. We had to connect with the why. Okay. So growing up, mom and dad did their freaking darnest best to raise me up to be a good boy and give me and teach me and all that good stuff, and it was the best that they were able to do based on what they knew how to do it, the way they know how to do it. And my father would always be going to work, like pretty much he'd leave the home before like we even got up to go to school, and he'll come back at home from work around the time that we were already in bed. Okay. And then here I was, I have, in growing up, I always said to myself, I want to be there for my children when they're born. In the first 2 years of my son's life, I wasn't there because I'd wake up in the morning and go straight to pizza place to deliver pizza, okay, before like around the time that he's getting up. So I'd already miss him in the morning, and then I'd come home at 2 a.m. at nighttime from work. And then what was the pattern here? The pattern is I was becoming, okay, like my father, of which that's not how I wanted it to be, okay? Right. And I knew something had to change, okay? And I knew that change wasn't going to happen for me where I was residing in Detroit. So I got, I got exposed to, personal development audio programs and books and cassettes and all that stuff. So I got to the point to where I was like, it can't get any worse than it already is right now. I'm taking a risk. Okay. And every single person, Raad, every single person, my siblings, my parents, my in-laws at that time, my friends, every single one of them, and I'm not going to say 99% of them, I'm going to say 100% of them discouraged me from leaving. Sure. Every single one said, you're crazy. Yep. If you can't make it here, you're not going to make it there. Okay. You're crazy for leaving your son behind. They didn't know that I was doing it for my son, and everyone said, don't do it. Okay. And I remember listening to the audio program where in the program, the speaker of that was in the audio program said, do the opposite of what all the people are telling you to do who are not living the life that you want to live. Okay. So, and I was like, every single person is telling me to not do it is earning $25,000, $30,000 a year. They're working 100 hours a week. They're all overweight. They're all miserable. They all have disconnected relationships. And I can't listen to them. Okay. So I got to the point where I just said, I'm out of here. Okay. And I said, I am not coming back until I make it. I am not going to pick up my son until I know he's got a home, etc. So it took us about 60 days to be able to create that security to go back and get him, etc. Wow. So for me, I'm telling you, I mean, as I recall this right now, like I feel the emotion. I used to cry like literally every single day, bro. Here's a grown man that's crying every single day because you wanted to be with his son and he just couldn't. But I was doing it for my son.
Right. That's your why.
Yeah.
So what's the old saying? If your why doesn't make you cry, it's not your why.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what I did. But now, what was it Like if I can go back and say, look, here is the key to success. Like here's some of the things I want you to do to be able to become successful in any industry. Okay. Number one, I'm going to say I'm big on this. And some people are going to hear like, oh, I heard this a million times. That's not it. That's not it. It's freaking damn what you're feeding here.
Yeah, it is.
Every single day. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you reading every single day? What are you looking at every single day? What are you hearing every single day?
Our heads are not our friends.
Okay.
So what you feed your head is just as important or more important than what you feed your body. It's
like, absolutely, bro. Because here's the thing. What you feed your head, look, your head is being fed anyways. Okay. And as a result of everything that's going in your mind every single day, it's shaping your belief system. And whatever beliefs you have, you act in accordance to your belief system. So I'm feeding myself every single day stuff that just make me believe that, yeah, I am powerful. I am courageous. I am charismatic. I am beautiful. I am sexy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You get it? Okay. I am abundant. I'm a money magnet, So the affirmations. So reading, affirmations, journaling, listening to positive audio programs. Okay. And then, that's plenty. I mean, that by itself would cut. I mean, you've done it. The journaling every single day, reading your vision every single day. That alone took you from like 0 to, 6 figures in 12 months.
So the thing is though, but it's never ending, right? I mean,
it never ends.
My ultimate goal is to become a Jedi.
Yeah.
And look, it's the journey, right? We're never going to be perfect.
Yeah.
But you start scratching because, you want to be that person who says these aren't the droids you're looking for and have people believe you, right?
Yeah. That's influence, periodly.
Right.
Done.
And then that's by asking questions. So let's go over this just quickly. I want to
Yeah, let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
So you mentioned something. What do you do? Do you know the 4 questions that have helped me out the most?
Yeah, dig in the well. Dig in the well.
Tell me, Mr. Seller or Mr. Buyer, what is the most important thing about you buying this house? So listen to this. Had a buyer come in off an open house. They wanted to work with me. They liked how the open house went. And so they came in. So it was a man and a woman, right? And this is how much I dig the well. I don't back down, especially when they're buyers, because buyers are sometimes liars, right? So you have to dig the well. So you say, so what is the most important thing, Kelly, about you purchasing this new home? She says, just because. And I'm thinking in my head, you didn't go there with me. I said, tell me more about that, right? Number 2, or number 3, actually. 9 seconds of awkward silence. And then she started crying. And she said, we're going through a divorce. But if I would have never asked her that question, we would have been dancing for the next 40 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So digging the well is that's mindset too, right?
Yeah.
What's the most important thing? If you have somebody serious or not. If they can't make it fun, forget it.
Yeah. So Raad, in my listings on demand training, listingsondemand.com, the training, one of the things that I train my students on how to do is make those 4 questions become about 90%. Like those 4 questions should be a part of 90% of their conversations. Okay. So let's give that as a gift to every single person here right now. And let's do a little quick role play with that. I'm going to be the agent. You be the, what do you want to be? You be the seller. Okay. You be the seller. Okay. So Raad, tell me, what is important to you about selling this home?
Well, right now we're just not enough room. My wife just had twins. We have 2 other kids and it's not enough space.
Okay. Terrific. So what will living in a home where you have more space ultimately do for you and your family?
Well, everybody will have their own room.
Okay. And what will that do?
Well, it means that I won't have to wake up at, 6 in the morning just to get in the shower because there's only one bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, we argue sometimes too. We argue over having, too little space in one bathroom. And sometimes we yell at each other and it's not pleasant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So clearly what you're beginning to recognize is the moment that you make the commitment to list your home with me, get this property sold, we are going to, number 1, eliminate the need to wake up early every single day. You'll obviously get more sleep, right?
Yes,
And then you'll become more pleasant to be around.
absolutely.
You'll fight less with your significant other.
Yeah, we'll be much happier.
Dude, ultimately, what will that do? Like, let's be realistic. What will that do?
Happier family.
Okay. So look, so this is not something that you want to try to do. This is something that you're committed to doing, right?
Absolutely. I mean,
Good.
we just happiness. We're just,
Good.
it's too.
Good. And clearly you see that I can help you with that, right?
Absolutely.
Good. So let's just get the freaking damn paperwork signed. Let's not even talk marketing. Let's not talk about nothing. Let's just get the paperwork signed. Let's make it happen.
Cut your video, cut your pre-marketing video before you leave, and let's get it out there on Facebook.
Let's do it. Done. So look, at the end of the day, you know, people want to be heard.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, you ask them a question. What is the thing? You actually care about them.
Bingo.
Right?
Bingo.
That's always telling us.
Yeah.
That's what you planted in my head. When you ask questions, it means you care. When
Yep.
you talk about you, it means you don't care about them.
Exactly. Exactamungo. Awesome. All right. Any other questions? Any comments? Any concerns? I don't want to keep you here all day and stuff like that. I think we
I'm
shared
just-
some good stuff with everyone.
So you're going to be the top of my gratitude list tomorrow. So you'll be number one.
Yeah.
But you always are. You're always in the top. You're always in my top 10.
Thank you, brother.
There somewhere. But no, I just want to thank you. I really want to thank you for that advice you gave me last year, and that just get out of your head.
Yeah. Can I give you some new advice right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Get out of your head. Okay, because here's the thing. Okay, so you've obviously got out of the old way of thinking to create what you've created right now, right? Now, to create what you want to create for the future, that's going to require even a newer level of thinking.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
so if specifically for you, okay, if there's anything that just looking from the outside, I'm going to say, look, perception is reality. Okay. And what people are seeing from the outside is like literally like Raad is the man. Okay. So now what I'd love for you to start doing and working on, okay, is the following. Okay.
I'll write this down.
Okay. Like your biggest focus right now for you specifically, okay, is number one, you said it earlier, become the digital mayor of your marketplace. So that's one, okay? I want you to learn the art, okay, of hypnotic marketing.
I'm writing this down.
Okay, hypnotic marketing, okay, because you're taking a lot of action and you're doing a lot of things, okay? So now it's not just about the actions that you're already taking, it's all about the strategy behind the action, okay? So for example, if I'm making like we're doing this video right now, right? Okay, so what am I gonna do? Just leave this video right here inside of this Facebook group? Or do I have a strategy that we are going to use to, change more people's lives and obviously make more money?
Right.
Okay, so what is your strategy? So for example, we've already worked on your database, right? Okay, question for you. Do you have a Facebook database?
That's the one thing that I need to do.
Okay, so I'm not just talking about like your, like your groups inside Facebook. I'm talking about like the digital asset of having custom audiences. Like, do you understand like the invisible audiences that you can have within inside of Facebook?
Right, groups of they might have the same birthday, they might like the same football team, and just
No. So for example, here's what I would do. And I'm going to give this to you as an example right now, and you and I will talk off air about how to do this. Okay. So for example, I'm going to put I'm going to take this video that we're doing right now. Okay. And I'm going to post it up on Facebook, and I'm going to throw a little bit of money at it, targeting people that I believe would be interested in watching this video. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is I'm going to tell Facebook, anyone that watches 25% of that video, I want you to put them in a custom audience. So now I'm building an invisible database of people who have already expressed interest in what I share. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Facebook, everyone that watched 25% of this video, I now want you to show them this other video.
Wow.
Okay. And then whoever watches 25% of this video, so basically, you know how like we do the drip campaign inside the database?
Right.
Now we're doing a drip campaign inside of Facebook. So I'm controlling what you see and when you see it. So when you do that for your real estate business, you're going to be omnipresent, you're going to be unstoppable, and we're going to take it to the next level. So that's you and I outside of this. I'll draw out the plan for you and give it to you, and then we'll just execute it.
Yeah, I see. I always watch the stuff on Instagram. Hopefully, I try it when I'm not driving, but sometimes it's so addictive what you say because you say it in spurts, which is great. And it's so pointed what you say. You can learn a lot from what you say. But you're all over the place. I see you everywhere.
Omnipresence is what it's all about. Perception is reality. So that's what we want to do, for you. So again, thank you for giving us your time today. Thank you for just being an example for what is possible for people out there. And I know there's people that probably watched the video of you last year and they pretty much said, it's going to be a tough battle, but you did it, brother. So I'm very proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. But I really have to give it up to you. You've been a huge presence in my personal and professional life. I mean, you said, look, Raad, get out here. So that was the start of it.
Awesome. So look, I'm going to be in Detroit next month. We'll get together. You owe me dinner, right?
At least.
Man. Look forward to seeing you, brother. Thank you very much. Take care.